Hey guys, what's going on everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Raid Shadow Legends, and what I want to talk to you guys today is something that was brought to my attention yesterday in my Discord server, and there is a huge problem, I think, in Raid Shadow Legends for new players and new accounts who are deciding to start up, because it seems yesterday, and by yesterday I mean Wednesday, there appeared to be a time where if you started a brand new account in what appears to be less than a 24-hour period, that you would have had access to Thor, or at least had Thor available. Now, he's a very powerful legendary. If you don't know who this character is, we'll take a look at him. If you're like me, and I started a new account based on my promo link, I don't have that available to me, and I'm wondering what the heck is going on. We're going to talk about that and more, but of course, I'm going to do my little thing here, right? So you could use the QR code in the top right hand of the screen to get King Galkabar, absolutely free, recently reworked of Sylvan Watchers, Venomage, Tagor, and Farrakhan the Fat, and then Pelops the Victor. You might notice some weird stuff on my little video here because they changed the promo code. It's no longer Raid 7, it is now Super Victory. Raid 7 is no longer active, so use the promo code Super Victory within the first 48 hours of a brand new account. Okay, this is my account that I started, right? King Galkabar, Pelops the Victor, and I got to level 5 and I unlocked the passes. You get the Apprentice Pass, sure, great. Everyone gets that. And there's this new Pioneer Pass. Now, I want to talk about why this character is not unusual. So sometimes when they're running the Champion Pass, like for He-Man, for example, when it's outside of that period, sometimes it shows up with this character, which is Errol of Sacred Order, I believe. And he's a legendary that's quite old. He's a nuker attack character. But the pass is, 48 euros for me. I think in Canadian dollars it's like 50, but I don't know, 50 something dollars. 40 US, I believe it is. And you get all this stuff and Errol, but that is so bad because the alternative is someone that is significantly better, and it's Thor. So you might have seen this on the internet in the last 24 hours, maybe, maybe not. But I thought that this was first of all, there was no news on this. They had not done any sort of news announcement about this, which I thought, first of all, is shocking because this is a pretty big deal. Thor is an insane damage nuker, and to be able to have him available, yes, for purchase for 40 bucks, but for a new player account, or even just a new account, alt account, whatever, is so insane that the differences between Thor and Errol, who I just showed you, is night and day. So I don't know what's going on, why some people got access to this yesterday, or, again, not from this morning when I created this account, it wasn't there. And then as you can see here with the screenshot, that you have about 10 weeks to decide if you want to purchase Thor as part of this Pioneer Pass. Now, why the flying F would I spend $40 on Errol when I could, or when there was a Thor, right? Again, I don't know if this was intended. There was no news on this, but spending 40 bucks on Thor and 40 bucks on Errol is significantly different, and arguably unfair. That I don't know if they're doing A/B testing, and some accounts get, maybe I had to make 5 accounts to see whether or not any Thors show up. Please let me know in the comments down below if, I don't know, if you made an account over the last 24 hours and if you get Thor on yours. I don't know. But if it is A/B testing, that is also kind of garbage. But if you manage to get this with Thor, of course, let's talk about why he's so amazing and why this is unfair and why they probably need to talk about it and do something about this. Thor was from the Asgard Divides event, which is from like November August through October of 2024. So I was not playing while this happened, right? And I believe he was the fusion character. Correct me if I'm wrong. And like, he's so powerful. Like, he hits really hard. Every time this champion deals damage, increases thunder counter up to 10, which increases his crit damage up to 30%, and then he can do like a stun on, it does an extra attack and then stuns everyone. His AoE, A3 is on a really low cooldown. It's 3 with books, but starts at 4. Gives him increased attack and crit damage, before he attacks, which is great. Permanently decreases the resistance of enemies up to 50%. This is huge in places like Hydra, for example. It also does a decreased speed debuff. This guy is a Hydra monster, and then yes, does another AoE attack on his A2, and then follows up again. It also ignores block damage and unkillable, but this is more for PvP and things like this. But it increases the damage inflicted of this skill up to 100% over longer fights. It's this guy is a damage beast, and so having this available for $40, which yes, I understand is a decent amount of money, but comparably between Thor and Errol, it just doesn't make sense to me that some people are getting Errol and some people are getting Thor, or at least people who started yesterday got Thor out of this new Pioneer's Pass. It's extremely unfair, and I think that that's something that Plarium needs to address about why this has been happening and also what they might do to rectify it. Because my understanding of how passes work, if you make an account now and you have Errol, it's not suddenly going to just transform into Thor. I don't think that's what's going to happen. I've never seen that happen when it comes to these things. So this is a big problem. But also, wow, you know, if any of you were able to make an account and get Thor, then all the power to you. You know, and that's definitely, in my opinion, a $40 worth spending, because people have spent more for less. A guaranteed Thor for $40 arguably is a pretty good deal, especially for the starting of an account, because you would get 3 legendaries, right? If you use my promo link, you would get King Galkabar, you would get Pelops the actually, in fact, you could probably if you were buying Thor, you could probably exchange Pelops the Victor for Grand Oak Padrag, which is a different promo. Do I even still have this? Maybe I can run that one too. This one, yeah, there we go. So there was a Grand Oak Padrag promo link, and I believe it's promo code Wrath. And that's probably what I would do, honestly. If I had Thor, I would get Grand Oak Padrag instead of Pelops, just because that would be such a broken start with a legendary support character there. So, again, not semi-advertising, semi-not. I really would like to know what's going on, though, about this, because I think it matters. I think it does, and something that I would like to know, because some players in my Discord server were talking about how they had a Thor pass, and I saw like 1 or 2 content creators talking about it. And now I woke up this morning, I made a new account, and it's not there. So pretty unhappy about that, but it is what it is, and maybe Plarium will say something about it, or they'll sweep it under the rug for a 24-hour period that you might have had an exclusive Thor. I don't know. Let me know in the comments down below if you managed to get Thor on your Pioneer Pass or not. Also, on my main account, I don't see any Pioneer Pass at all, or any opportunity to buy Thor or whoever. So I think this is a new player thing, but again, I don't see it. I don't see anything about it. Anyways, before I go, just, you know, throw that up there. King Galkabar, Venomage, Farrakhan the Fat, and yeah, Tagor, right? I already talked about whether or not you want to use Pelops the Victor with Super Victory, or, you know, if you want to use like Grand Oak Padrag if you have Thor with promo code Wrath. Do what you will with this information. Let me know in the comments down below. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you all in the next one.
And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.